Today, let's talk about how much you loathe selling, but it's pretty imperative that you start to kind of like it and possibly even love it if you're building a business online. Now, I want to be very raw, real with you, just sitting here in my family room on the coffee table, sharing with you how I myself really used to not like the sales process, and I was always a huge fan of passively selling. I love being on stage. I love speaking to the masses. As a performer, that's what my jam was. But I gotta tell you, when you're wanting to start building a business online and you're looking to sell, especially if you're working on selling things that are high ticket and a little more, in that higher price range, you do wanna be comfortable with getting in with people, having conversation, and learning the sales skills so that you actually can start enjoying the process of selling. Now, I'll tell you one thing that I read. It was a quote that I actually read from Grant Cardone that I actually love, that he said, there's so much truth in this, and I want you to think about this with other things in your life. But one thing that Grant Cardone says is that the only reason a person doesn't like what he's doing is because he doesn't know what he's doing. He isn't winning, and that's because there's something he doesn't know. So think about that. There's so many things in my life that I don't do because I'm just clearly not good at it. I'm not a good artist, or I don't draw well. I don't run because I don't like that feeling, or I'm not good at running because my knees, this and that. Think of the things that in your life you don't do. Why don't you do them? Because you're either not skilled at it, or you haven't worked up the skill for it, and you're just simply not good at it. So what would it look like today for us to just dive in and hash out what it takes to really start falling in love with selling and understanding what sales is and the importance of that process? I mean, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. We don't have to go into why selling is important if you're growing a business online and you're looking for clients and customers. It's just kind of the thing. That's the goal. That's the end game, that you want to be selling and enrolling people into something. Now, that was a very huge shift for me. Was first really tapping into my mindset and what my beliefs were around selling. What is your thought process? What are your beliefs around sales and your mindset around that process? Not only just the mindset around your idea around selling, or maybe some bad experiences you've had with that process, because let's be honest, not everybody in the world is amazing at sales, even though they do it. There's very few people who tap into really growing their skill set in the sales world and really commit to mastering it. So you may come across people who have just kind of done it in a really gross way, or you didn't like that feeling, and now you have that belief of that's what it is. And I used to feel that way until I really started unhooking my mind from that just being bad practice and understanding that. Also, the other part of the mindset that you want to look at is your money mindset. What do you believe around, hi Gatsby, what do you believe around asking for money or receiving money? There's a lot to be said there about unhooking from the beliefs you have around money and your mindset around sales. So that's the first thing that we want to untap and unhook when it comes to falling in love with the sales process. Don't mind my dog. And then the second thing that I would say that ties in with that is the language you speak about it. Understanding, I hear it all the time. People say, I want to make money and I want to build a business online. I'm just not good at sales, or I don't like selling, or selling is gross, or I don't want to be salesy. And so when you're speaking this language, it's really letting you know what you actually feel about sales and what you believe about it. And so, one second. My dog was totally chewing on this pillow. I don't think so. Okay, so language. What is the language that you're speaking around it? You want to change your language. You want to start speaking positively around sales being a good thing, because it is. Sales makes the world go round. Think of all the things that you buy on a daily, weekly, monthly basis that if people weren't selling it, you wouldn't have in your life. What you have to offer is an amazing solution to someone's problem or to someone's challenge, or there's a transformation they want to make that your offer would truly help them with. So you got to start looking at sales sales as a gift, as a way of being generous, as a way of offering service to people. And it's just imperative that you wrap your mind around that. Those are the first really crucial things that I'm going to encourage you to dissect and unhook from so that you can start creating your new romance with sales. And the third thing you want to do to really up your love game with sales is have a desire to sell something. You really want to have a burning desire and fall in love with what you're actually selling. You should be using that service. You should be, living that out if that's something that you offer. I am excited to teach you about sales because it's something that I've been living out. I've been practicing. I've been honing as a skill set. So now I can teach you what it is that I do and how it's a little different from what other people teach because it's very genuine. It's very authentic. I don't use all these crazy scripts or tactics or one-liners. I'm over all that. I've found my way and I really know it's going to resonate with a lot of people who don't like those other ways. So whatever you desire to sell, you want to get excited about that. You want to be confident about what you're offering. So that way it's exciting when people enroll into it, or it's exciting to actually make the offer because you're so excited to know that this is actually going to help someone and create a transformation for them in whatever journey that they're going through that you can serve them as. But you're also going to have the desire to want to grow the skill set. See, a lot of times it's not that you hate selling or don't like selling or aren't good at selling. It's just recognizing that you're in resistance to the idea of selling and whatever your perception is of it. And there's a big phrase that you'll probably hear me say all the time is what you resist will persist. So the idea of selling is something that you more than likely want to do because you want to make money doing the thing that you love and you want to serve clients that you could serve and support them in the ways that you could support them. But at the end of the day, if you're constantly in a battle between the concept of actually serving and profiting from your services and this idea that, gosh, I really hate selling and I don't want that, you're actually putting yourself in resistance and keeping the results that you want at bay. So when you can really step in and desire to acquire the skill sets and choose to say, you know what, I don't know much about sales right now, and I get to change that. Up until now, I don't know the proper skill sets to handle objections, but I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna get better at that. So this is where it goes back to the mindset, the language, and just choosing to step into the desire to get insanely good at mastering sales, aka enrollment. So if you need some support on the mindset aspect and just really taking yourself on, stretching yourself into new things and getting out of that resistance, I do have a couple of videos I'm going to link right over here for you so that you can check those out and just get into a flow of changing the way that you think about things. And this is not only going to work for you inside of your business, but you'll start to be able to apply this to so many other areas of your life as well. So be sure to check those out after we're done here with this video. And then understanding the truth about sales. You really want to identify what is sales. Sales is a value to value exchange, right? But ultimately, one thing that really shifted my mindset to understand how awesome sales is not even calling it sales. And you'll hear me use this term rather than sales a lot, probably in future videos, because I don't refer to it as sales anymore, because sales feels like it's me offering you something, but it's not about my offer. What I like to call it is enrollment. It's about enrolling people into their vision of what they want. If my solution can support that, I will offer it, but that's not what I lead with. I don't lead with a sale. I lead with enrolling people into their vision, their desire, what they want, what's hanging them up, and does my offer support them in creating a solution? So try changing that language to start with by saying, oh, I'm doing enrollment calls, or I'm excited to enroll this new client, and really start to switch up the word sales with enrollment, because you're not enrolling people into your offer. Your offer is the solution, but you're enrolling people into the transformation that they want to make. Your solution is just the roadmap to get them there. So when having sales conversations or enrollment conversations, the key is to really be asking a lot of questions to help them create awareness of what it is that they want, where they are, where they want to get, what's in the gap, what's holding them back, identifying, helping them create an awareness of why they are where they are, how they can get to where they want to get, and then sharing how you have a plan to help make that happen. That's when you're actually going to be sharing your solution, your offer, but ultimately understanding that you're here to serve, not to get. When you get onto an enrollment call or into an enrollment conversation, go into it with no place to get, but to help them create some sort of breakthrough, meaning like an awareness breakthrough, an aha moment, like, oh, now I get why I'm having an issue creating this transformation or creating this solution or getting this result. You want to help them create these aha moments so that way when you deliver your offer as a solution, it's going to make so much more sense and they're going to want to feel supported. They're going to want to have you come with them on their journey so that you're creating a solution for them. So in future videos, we're going to be diving more into having conversations and mindset around sales and strategies and handling objections and all that kind of fun stuff. But today I just wanted to make this really simple video because first and foremost, you have to decide that you want to love selling. And the other thing that I want you to walk away with is an exercise where I want you to notice throughout your days, throughout the rest of this week, how much you're actually selling on a daily basis, because you are. Everything in life is an enrollment game. Whether you're convincing your kids that you need them to go to bed at a certain time, or you want them to eat their broccoli, or you want your husband to go fill up your car with gas or take out the trash. Think of all the things that you try to get people to do. That is, in essence, that's selling. You're enrolling people into doing things. And so when you start to change your language, your mindset around sales, it's not only going to impact your business, but you're going to be able to enroll people in your life into other visions that you have. And it could be something as simple as taking out the trash. So keep that in mind as you're going about your week. What are some things that you notice that you do that you're constantly selling people on? I had to sell my dog a minute ago on letting go of the pillow that he took off of my couch and, give him a treat and have him chew on a bone instead, right? So we're constantly in this game of enrollment, AKA sales. And I look forward to really supporting you on the journey and helping you change your thoughts, your belief, your mindset, your heart around what it really means to sell, because that is the truest, most deepest impact you can make is when you can offer your best solution to someone to help them make their biggest transformation. It feels really good to be able to offer them that and to understand by you selling it to them, they will show up because people who pay attention. So that's my message for you today. As always, you can head over to the Facebook community that I've created, the Online Performance Club, where we talk all around sales mindset. We have so much fun in there. I do a lot of live streaming in there and share food for thought, all that kind of stuff. Would love to have you in there. And then you can always check out my freebie library where I'm going to be adding more and more freebies, tools, and resources as time goes on. You can go to meetjenjohnson.com/library. Other than that, my friend, keep the faith, impact the world. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.